Hey everybody, what's going on? ShabbyDoo here, and today I wanted to talk to you all about handheld lighting. And as you can see here, it is dark as F in this cave. I'm in a cave right now. I'm in the C3 cave that we've been holding up in for a little while. And as you can see with just this torch out, you don't see a lot. And I do want to preface this. Let me go in my settings here because we all know about my amazing settings tutorial so that you can see better in caves, even at nighttime. But you'll see here, I've got my shadows and my shading all at max. So it's going to be as dark as possible in this world, and it's nighttime, so it's even worse. So I wanted to show you, excuse me, sorry, still sick. I want to show you the different handheld lighting options without switching to them to give them away. We've got the wood rag torch, which is your tier 1, your lantern, which is your tier 2, biofuel powered, by the way. You've got your biofuel lamp, which is your tier 3. And then you have your flashlight, which is your tier 4. First of all, let's talk a little bit about crafting requirements. So, obviously, super easy stuff here. Wood rag, 40 fiber, 8 sticks, made in your pocket. All right, little pocket torch. Then we move up to tier 2. We're going to need a crafting bench here. And we're going to scroll down. You're going to need this perk for the lantern. And you're going to need 8 iron, 4 rope, and 12 glass. Now, another thing that really ticks me off about this game is improper blueprint locations for these actual blueprints. And what I mean by that is this requires glass. Glass is a tier 3 item. You have to have a concrete furnace in order to make glass, okay? You have to have it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even the new MXC furnace does not cook glass, so you have to have it. So really, this is, let's call it, it is tier 3, whereas the biofuel lamp is like tier 3.5, okay? So let's just make that clear. But it requires 8 iron, 4 rope, 12 glass, and you need biofuel, which means you're going to need to get, which way is it over here? Actually, which is also tier 3. So this thing is just a big joke. Biofuel composter right here. You'll need that. You'll also need the can. And at that point, you might as well just grab the lamp and spend a little aluminum and epoxy and get the lamp, right? 4 rope, 12 glass, 8 aluminum, 4 epoxy. Okay. And then lastly, which is tier 4, which you will need a fabricator because you're going to need to make some electronics here. And you've got 4 glass, 4 aluminum, 4 epoxy, and 2 electronics. Not bad, right? The question becomes, is it worth those electronics? And which one should we be going for? So I'm going to talk about 2 instances here. We're going to do open world travel. I should say 3, like walking around in the cave here. And then also like, how is it for mining, right? If you play this game in the dark, how is it for mining in the dark? Because, you know, people drop their torches and then they'll start mining and whatnot. And then they'll pick their torch back up. So we'll see how well that works. So this is the torch. I'm just going to kind of walk around here. So you can see, like, I can barely see what's just across the way from me. And I can't see what's on this wall here. There's the generator. And up here, I can't tell where it is. Here it is. We've got an iron node on the wall, and there's another one right there, too. And there's another biofuel compost and some other stuff. So you can't see very far with the torch. Now let's go to the tier, quote-unquote, 2 biofuel lantern. Wow, that's a lot nicer. So it still has that same ambiance as the torch, but it's a lot further. Let me back up here. So right here is when we start to lose visibility. And with the torch, we can barely even see what's in front of us. So from the get-go, the lantern is very nice. But remember, you need to have tier 3 materials to make this, okay? So that's what that looks like. Not bad. You can see everything pretty clean. There's not a lot of bloom or glare. So it's actually, this is really nice, right? And then if you're going to mine something, you can drop it. You know, it has a little bit of shadows in there. But you can drop this thing on the ground and mine. You know, bing, bang, boom. Pick it up and move on to your next thing. All right, now let's look at the lantern, which is your actual tier 3. Look at that. And, you know, it's a lantern, so it's a, right, lantern? Or, sorry, biofuel lamp. This is the lantern. This is a biofuel lamp. So, you know, clicks and sounds like a flashlight. You can see pretty deep into that cave over there. I can see towards the entrance here as well. Now, obviously, I can see here, and obviously, it's a very bright for, like, up-close stuff. And then for mining, not the greatest because it's a lamp, so you put the thing on the ground. Like, if this is my node here, I try and drop it, like, I can barely see that. You got to, like, back it up a bit. Hope it falls right. Oh, it's pointing straight up, so on a usability from mining, I'll give that a 0. We'll give it a 2. This, though, The lantern is great. This is really nice, actually. I really like the way it looks. I like the way it sounds. Let's listen to this. Hear that? That sounds beautiful. This lamp sounds like a flashlight. Nothing special, but it's bright. It's super bright. All right, and let's look at the last one here. The flashlight. Ooh, baby. So obviously very bright where it hits, but all around it looks very nice, honestly. Compared to the lantern, or the lamp, sorry. Flashlight, lamp, flashlight. Look at that. It looks very nice. A little more concentrated, but you can see a lot further as well. And as for how it looks when you drop it on the ground, it doesn't. It's got nothing for you. So don't lose your flashlight if you drop it while you're running around. Now, speaking of running around, let's get outside this cave here. I'm going to pop this out. So obviously you've got some hand movements here. So this is how it looks when we're running through the cave. This is a little bit better. This sees further, obviously, and this is just very nice all around you. But let's go outside here. So there's some creatures out here. Don't see anything yet. Obviously can't see past much farther with the torch. This looks good. Here I can't see the grass with the lantern, but here I can. And then with the flashlight, it's about the same, but a little further, a little cleaner, a little natural lighting. There's something out here, though. I can hear it. So obviously nighttime. There's a boar over there. So let's use... Okay, we got some boars and wolves, right? Let's see what we can see here. Can't see it with the lantern, even when jumping. Or the lamp, sorry. Lantern, obviously not. And then here, definitely not. So definitely flashlight. It's got the most range for how far we can see. Let's talk about density now. So like, you know, you're running through the woods at night. You're just trying to end your prospect. Now, the question is, should I be running around with a flashlight? A lamp? Oh, look, a bear. Let's see. So, like, that's a lot easier to see. Like, if I'm off-center, that's kind of hard. Even right there. But with the lamp, yep, same thing. A little better here. Yeah. Obviously can't see it with the lantern. Got to get a lot closer. Right there. By that time, the name's already there. And if he's looking at you, he's going to see us. So that's not bad, though. The flashlight definitely so far is, of course, winning. The lantern, or the lamp, sorry, close second. But obviously, once you swap, you can't really do much about it in the dark, right? Is it dead? Shot the deer. It's dead. So, I kind of like the lantern so far. Hold on, the lamp. Let's take a look here. So, obviously, running through here, this gives us the most around us surrounding without, like, any visual glare. The lamp, it's obviously very bright in front of us. Torch is obviously nothing. So obviously the lantern's like a nice upgraded torch. Gives that same ambiance. Same kind of lighting effect as well. But nothing great. And then this is kind of the same thing. A little wider though. Nice clear lighting. Just kind of running around. And of course the flashlight. So I'm definitely going to give the win to the flashlight. It's kind of close though because... the flashlight's nice and far, so like when I'm pointed ahead here, see the tree next to us to the left, it's kind of swaying in the darkness. A little hard to see, obviously. But here, we can really see that lower left of my screen. You can't see the lower right because that's where the lantern is, but you can see kind of all the way towards, like if, yeah, so like when you're out here, you can really see from, let's say, the last quarter of your screen all the way to the very end of your screen pretty decently, just not as far with this. But here with the flashlight, you're getting a much more centered appeal. It's not a very wide lens light like the lamp, see? And then here. So if you're moving fast, you might miss something, but the sway kind of helps with that too. So really, I would say this comes down to preference personally. For me, if I make one, it's actually going to be the lamp. One, because... oh, see, we got a wolf here. One, because it doesn't use electronics. Like, I'm just a cheap bastard. I don't want to have to do this, right? And two, if you're running around and you accidentally drop this thing and that's your only light source, well, you're effed. Like, you got to get lucky and find it like that or hope you have a second light source. Right? But if I drop this... oh, no, a boar. Like, okay, that didn't... the lamp doesn't work well for dropping. See? But the lantern does. Like, I could drop that down and take a shot like that and then pick it right back up. Perfect, right? That kind of works too. If you can get it to balance just right. You got to like really nail it though. Then you can get your shot off. I'm in a toss up here. I'm not actually sure. It might be worth it to take both sometimes. The lantern I would definitely say is the best for caves. Like, here, you ready to like drop that? Oh shoot. Bam. If I had to do that with this lamp. Okay, it worked. It did work that time. Good drop. That one didn't work, see? Like, now I'm just blind in the darkness here. So I would definitely say it comes down to preference. I want you to leave me a comment down below. Which one do you think is best and in which scenarios? I'm going to say the lantern here is definitely best for caves because obviously, like, here's my nodes, right? Like, oh, I need to mine this node. Like, even though that's a shitty throw, I can see this easily. I can see this and get my mining done. This, I've got to, like, make sure I get it placed right. It's like, okay, that's a little hard. I put it a little close, but I can kind of see it, right? And, of course, the flashlight is just jack. So, like, the flashlight would literally be just to be running around, and you better hope your partner's with you so you can put your flashlight on, and then he can do whatever you need to kill whatever's chasing you down. Otherwise, like, the lantern's great, because you can just drop it and be like, bam, 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 go Rambo, and pick it up and go. Whereas this, gotta get lucky, could have a bad roll, could have a fine roll like that one, like, that would work just fine. I'm in a weird toss-up here. I'm usually I lean towards one thing, but I would, I'm going to say I would go with this. I'm going to go with the lamp. I'm going to go with the lamp. We'll call it like a very slight skill gap, right? Because like if I wanted to mine this, there's no way I'm going to be able to drop that and get a good one. Like I can see that, but that's just because of the game. Like I don't need a lamp for that. But if I drop this, like look at that. That's beautiful. So for the caves, I want the lantern. If I'm running around in the outside world and I'm like hoping not to get killed by something, I want the lamp because it's going to give me a bit further view. You see that there? That's the difference in the view. Like, you can really get a good change here. And it's wider, too. Flashlight, I just don't think it's worth it. It doesn't have as much versatility. Yeah, the lighting's cleaner. It goes a little further, but it's more concentrated. So you've got kind of like a circle in the middle of your screen. You can't see the upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right. And when you drop it, it's just gone. For whatever reason, when you throw it on the ground, you turn the flashlight off at the same time. So, yeah, I want you to leave me a comment down below. And you know what I'm going to do also? After this video comes out, I'm going to put a poll up that'll ask you, which is your favorite light source? The rag torch, the lantern, the lamp, or the flashlight? And I'll make sure to put the tier that you get the blueprint in just so it's more easily specified as well. But if you found this useful and you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button down below. I've already told you what to leave me for a comment. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button as well so you can get back for more of that sweet shabby content. If you're looking for Icarus videos, you're in the right place. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you'll see plenty more like this. And if you haven't, go check out some older ones. We got a ton out there. But all right, guys, that's going to wrap this up here. So I hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.